Folks often spend a ton of time and sometimes get stuck choosing colors and fonts for their website. It can be easy to get lost in the mess of color wheels, color palettes, serif fonts, sans serif fonts, font weight and proportions. My brain is melting. But this step can actually be fun and simple when you forget all of that and follow a few basic guidelines that Podia user M. Connors is going to take you through coming up.
This lesson is on website fonts and colors. When it's right, it can be so right, and when it's wrong, it can be pretty wrong. So I want to give you some of my best advice for branding your website in a way that is attractive and inviting for your potential customers. Let's dive in. Let's dive into colors first. Your color palette is a set of colors that your brand becomes known for. It helps people identify you. I'll have people say, I saw something come up on my feed on Instagram. I knew it was you before I even had to find your name. So that is awesome. That's what we want. We want to be recognizable. So you'll use these colors in all of your creative assets. This includes your logo, any product imagery, any website pages, any social media outlets. If you already have signature or brand colors, fantastic. If not, it is actually pretty simple to build one with all the tools out there on the interweb. I'm going to share two of my favorite sites to generate color palettes. The first resource for coming up with a color palette is coolers.co. Now, this website has so many amazing tools, and if you click on tools in the top right-hand corner, you will see those listed out. I'm going to click Start Generator, and you can actually just hit your space bar to start toggling through all these various color palettes. Now, when you find one that you like, it's these hex codes down at the bottom where you can click it, highlight and copy and paste this and type it right into Podia to get those colors onto your site. The other site that I recommend is Pinterest. You can type in anything you want up here, energized color palettes, calming color palettes. One thing I want you to consider is the contrast between your background color and your button colors. So I have another tool for that. One very easy way to navigate that is actually still in coolers.com. You can go to tools and there's a contrast checker. So you can put in your text color and your background color, or you could just call this could be your button color on your site and this could be your background color. And it is going to show what it looks like with the text and the background, and it's going to give you a rating. This could be quite low for a lot of people. So you just want to make sure that button stands out and or your text. I am a big fan of simply using black for your text. I know a lot of people like to have some fun with their text colors. In the end, it makes it pretty difficult for your potential clients to read. So I stick with black and white, and that's what I recommend for your site as well. I wanted to share fellow creator Adrian's site. He does a really great job of keeping his colors pretty sparse and simple. He uses mainly white, black, a really bright, energized pop of purple for all of his buttons, and some soft grays. Because he has stuck with a very neutral background with whites and blacks and soft grays, that means his main color, this bright purple, is really popping and grabbing my attention. Let's move on to fonts. Fonts you're going to want to keep relatively simple. There is a great website called fontpairings.com that has a lot of various font pairings that you could look through. Podia makes it easier than ever to nail down some really fantastic font combinations for your website. I am logged into the back end of my current website on Podia, and if I click on fonts on the top, you'll see preset right here. Now, I have already chosen one. I use one called System. Let's click on this arrow. Here are the other 10 options that you could choose from. If I click this once, it's going to change all the heading font on my entire website to Brazen and all of the body font to whatever this body font is right here. They have chosen some really beautiful combinations that are clear and easy to read. It's kind of a no-brainer to use one of these combinations if you ask me. You can see there are no heading fonts here in a script font, and there are no body fonts in a script font. Script font, while it's cool and fun and trendy, is very difficult for a lot of people to read. So I definitely recommend sticking with basic fonts. I have used the system combination right here, and I'm absolutely loving it. Podia creator Felicia does a really awesome job with her fonts on her site. They are clear, they are easy to read, they're white, and they contrast really well with her darker background. All around, she's kept it simple, clear, and very engaging with minimal colors, enabling me to focus on her content. You've probably noticed an overall theme with both colors and fonts, and that is that I said multiple times to keep it simple. I know it's tempting to have some fun with your website, but trust me when I say a couple of clear fonts and a couple of nicely paired brand colors can go a really long way. I'm Em from the Creative Bodega, a Podia pro and branding expert. I hope this recording has taken some of the overwhelm out of choosing your branding fonts and colors for your website.